Sudbury is one of my favorite places to live, and I've lived a lot of places across Canada. The reason being is we're the perfect middle between being a kind of big city, although we're pretty small, but also having a ton of green space, lakes, and outdoor activities and hikes right in the middle of our city. So I'm going to go through my top 5 places to go on a hike in Sudbury, Ontario. So before I get started, if you like this content, you're enjoying it, a like, a subscribe, a comment even would be amazing. If you have any questions about Sudbury and real estate, please let me know. And let's get right into it. Number 1 is my personal favorite because of the variety and the length of one of the trails and how convenient it is being right in the city, right by Laurentian University. So it's the Laurentian Conservation Area walking trails. So there is a ton of different options that you can go. There's a few different access points as well. It's right in the middle of the city, like I said, in the south end, around Lake Laurentian. You can get there through Laurentian University trails. There's at least 40 kilometers worth of trails there. There's a 10K loop that I just did a couple weeks ago. And then if you just want a short, quick walk, there's also a 1.5 kilometer loop that you can do. So there's a bunch of different options depending on what you want to do. There's also some biking that you can do there, which is great. Number 2, this is a pretty new one. It's called Kivi Park. So it's located in the south end of Sudbury, just down Long Lake Road. And there's a ton of potential and activities here as well. Along with hiking and walking, you can also do some snowshoeing in the winter, biking in the summer, and also some cross-country skiing if you're into that. This being a mix of convenience and accessibility, there's also a membership fee, so it might not be as busy. It's $100 per adult for the whole season though, all year, and $240 if you have a family. So if you have a couple kids, you and your wife, or you and your partner, then you can pay $240 and you have access to it all year. There's other benefits. There's a soccer field, there's basketball, there's a rink in the winter. So they have more than just the trails there. It's a great place, great hiking trails. Number 3 is Killarney. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Crack. Well, that's the name of the hike in Killarney that's really popular. There's a bunch of other ones that I will get into, but this one is one of the most popular ones. It's not that difficult, although it is a little bit more difficult than the other ones we've mentioned. It's about a 4-hour up and down trail if you're going at a moderate pace. A lot of people bring their dogs, and the beauty of this one is there's some cool aspects to it. Like you start off just pretty flat, easy trail. Then it starts to get to the uphill where you're going up a mountain, and there's a spot where you're going between a big boulder that kind of created a crack, and then you go up the middle between these 2 huge pieces of rock. And you get up to a great view where you can see across a couple lakes, the beautiful trees that are growing. And if you go in fall, one of my favorite times, you get some amazing photos. So I'll post a photo of that right here as well. When you're doing the Crack, it's about a 40-minute drive to get there. And when you're done, one of the best parts is the reward. You drive a little bit further down into the little city of Killarney, and you get the world famous fish and chips as a reward for finishing the whole hike. Number 4, we have the Bell Park Boardwalk. This is a classic, extremely convenient, which it's right downtown, just off the Bridge of Nations. It's a very easy hike because you can just park right by the boardwalk. The boardwalk goes from start of Bell Park, where there's a little park. It's kind of where the amphitheater is, and then it goes all the way to Science North. You can also park at Science North and do it the other way around, whichever one you prefer. This is right along Ramsey Lake, one of our biggest lakes in the middle of the city. Great views. It's very busy though, so if you're looking to meet some people or you're going with a big group of friends, this could be the place for you. It's a nice and easy, peaceful walk, and at the end of it, close to Science North, there's like this section. It's pretty much that is a bridge where you're walking just on top of the water. You can look over, you can sometimes see fish. Some people bring their fishing rods, and you get a really cool view. And you're bound to run into someone you know because it is quite busy, but still worth the amazing walk. And last but not least, the Naughton Trails. I wanted to mention these because my girlfriend actually grew up in Naughton. So she was on those trails all the time, walking around. But they're the same thing where they don't only have the hiking. If you're into mountain biking, it's very, very popular for mountain biking. There's the trails with the berms where you can do the nice turns. And they also have a cross-country membership that you can do in the winter. So if you're an outdoor enthusiast, if you like hiking and all the winter outdoor activities, then this is an awesome place for you. It's a little bit more out of the way. It's about 20 minutes out of Sudbury, but worth the drive. This one is a smaller loop, so you're only looking at about 3.7 kilometers for the longest part, but there's a few little off ramps that you can take to go to different areas, different lookouts. And this one may not be the wow factor that you're expecting with the amazing views like Killarney, but it's a great quiet area. There's not as many people there. And like I said, it's a little bit further away, so you get more of the peace and quiet and exclusivity. And that's everything. The 5 best places to go for a hike in Sudbury, Ontario. There's a ton more that are available and ready to go. If you have any questions and you want to know more about these other places, let me know and I'd be happy to help. If you have any questions regarding real estate, we have a team of professionals at Lake City Realty that are part of my team, well-trained and well-versed in helping people find the right property. So looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video.